Another rookie tight end that I think deserves mention that's a little bit different player from Cade Otton is Daniel Bellinger from the New York Giants. Of course, he's dealt with an injury, had to come out of the game, I think, in week 8. I might have my weeks wrong there. Very versatile player. Physical, good in the run game in terms of blocking, underrated pass defender. I think particularly good on third downs and underneath routes. As a Ravens fan, we played against him in week 6, and I thought he had an impact, and you'll see his touchdown catch there. First play we're going to queue up, though, is not a pass reception, nor is it a run block by Daniel Bellinger. It's a running play. They run Philly against the Packers, and this is Bellinger with the football, getting ready to throw it to Jones, realizes that he can't get him the ball, or thinks he can't get him the ball, so instead tucks it and runs into the end zone. This is what makes it such a cool play, that you have an option to throw the football to the quarterback here. Clearly, there's another option that's breaking wide open here. The Packers are not unable to cover it, but Bellinger doesn't see it. He's not experienced with, looking at reads during the play. Keeps the football, scores. Pretty impressive and unique play. Guy's very athletic. Everyone in the NFL is athletic, but for a tight end, I would say he is a hybrid tight end receiver in terms of athleticism. Is he as athletic as the top receivers taken in the draft? Well, no. That's why most of these tight ends were taken, 3rd, 4th, 5th round. All right, against the Ravens, under center, late in the game, play action. He's going to run this over concept, and they're basically using the front side fade route to isolate this safety right here, pull him out of the picture, and then Daniel Bellinger is just going to run on top of all that space. Cool concept, classic concept. It's been around forever, right? Bellinger's got the hands and the athleticism to raise up and catch the football right in front of Marlon Humphrey, who maybe should have been in better position there as well. Great hands, just like Otton. If you're a Giants fan and you want to say that you're happy with getting Bellinger and you think he's the best rookie tight end, I can't argue with you. I mean, he's having a hell of a year other than the injuries. Or the injury, I think, which was to his eye. There you'll see the elevation, catching the ball in traffic. All of these guys, these rookie tight ends, are strong, catch the ball well in traffic, don't seem to be bothered. Earlier in the season than when they played the Ravens is against the Panthers. Hide concept off of a fake run action, dives into the end zone. I think that was scored a touchdown. I love this concept because it's the second guy through. First guy through is going to be motion, and then Bellinger is going to be the second guy through that same space. Teams use this with tight ends all the time. That space ends up being wide open because it's been cleared out by the motion man who ran a wheel. Strong, physical guy. Giants did the right thing by picking him. Fits right in with their culture, running the football, blocking, being versatile. And the thing I'll say is he's very decisive. Everything looks clear to him when I watch him. There's never really moments of hesitation for Bellinger. When they ask him to run block, he seems to know who to block. He seems to know where to go. And his routes are very crisp. Little whip route, China out, but it's not really run against a defender. He's just faking the run action away. So he's coming downhill here to give run read looks to any of these guys that are reading him. Simultaneously, you've got a safety bailing out. But if you're unfamiliar, people generally read uncovered linemen or end man on the line of scrimmage. In this case, he's a slot, so he's not on the line of scrimmage. But it's not really a whip route. He's just going down the line to make it look like it's a run block, and then puts his foot in the ground, comes back towards the sideline where Jones was booting. He's really reliable on these short concepts. I would say that, the Giants look at him as a guy who they can go to kind of whenever they want, but it's complementary things. Complementary meaning you got the play action, and then again, look at Bellinger going inside and then coming back out, just out leveraging the defense. So he's quick enough to be able to do so once it's schemed up, meaning once his route or his path is determined, and he goes inside, then he's able to pull it back to the sideline, and he's quick enough to be able to maintain that leverage, even against an NFL corner like you saw there, even though the guy made a tackle. A little delay concept. Jones finds him. Much more athletic than he's probably given credit for. Super great pick, I think, for the Giants. I think they just killed the draft. There's a quad set up here. and he's going to shoot out into the flats. I think this was a 3rd and 5 against the Ravens, but I could be wrong. They went to him. It's a 2nd down, my bad. They went to him multiple times on 3rd down in this game. They just killed the draft. I mean, Thibodeau, Neal, Bellinger, so many guys that are contributing to, changing that culture. If you're a Giants fan, let me know how high you are on Bellinger. To me, as a Ravens fan, obviously we have Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely, but he's right there with Likely and some of the other rookie tight ends. Very savvy, sits down here in this zone against the Jags. As the linebackers are, trying to sort out the mesh concept. Mesh typically, if you run, your 2 drags, typically the guy who's going to sit is going to sit in the middle of the field, so between the 2 hashes. But watch him sort this out, or watch him read this on the run and recognize that the middle of the field is going to be clogged up, so he sits on the hash. Just very aware. Him and Jones seem to have a good connection, a good relationship. In doing these videos for the rookies, it's really revealing to me or interesting because I get to learn. I get to learn players and schemes. And to me, Bellinger looks like a guy who could play in any scheme. I feel like you could drop him in the Chiefs offense and he would do fine. You could drop him in the Bills offense as a substitute for Knox and he would be fine. You could put him in the Ravens offense that's, oftentimes more predicated on the run and blocking, and I think he would be fine. So 3rd down against the Ravens, again, reliable target, running underneath, outrunning Odafe Owe to the sideline. Of course, that's a mismatch with Owe dropping out of there. Unique player. I think he's one of the guys that's helping change their culture and point them more toward winning football. Just keeping things moving forward in terms of the offense. Not chunk plays out of Daniel Bellinger, a lot of short intermediate stuff. But when they have needed him to, I showed you the first 2 plays. When they have needed him to, was able to make plays down in the red zone. One of my favorite players to watch. I'm trying to educate myself, to be honest with you, on rookie players and the types of seasons they're having. Unfortunately, this video only displays film from week 13, before week 13, I recorded it prior to the week 13 games being played. Let me know what you guys think of Daniel Bellinger's play, what you think of my breakdown of his performance so far this year. If you think I missed any elements, let me know in the comment section.